new at this, guys, I've been asked to do a live, and so I am. I'm going to answer some questions, and I hope I answer them. It won't be a long live, but it's just, let's start. Let's ask questions and stuff. Okay, all right. Please, if you have a question to ask, if the live is over, you still want to ask a question, please. But yesterday, I gave my goats some apples from the trees that we grow here on the pecan farm. And I have to honestly say, they are safe in moderation. I cut them up. I gave like 3 apples on each bucket. And then I went back and gave them their feed on top of their apples. My pigs get apples every day. Their food changes. Like I said, as a pecan farmer, we grow many things. And apple season, they have apples, and pecans, they have pecans. And we have plenty of pecans from last year. They still get a cup or two, cup poured out because it's good for them. It's good for their teeth, their tusks. It's healthy as part of their diet. But our pigs, 90% of, 95% of their diet is the grass in that pasture. And as you can see, we don't go in there and we don't cut it. And the same with our goats. I know a lot of people, I've been asked, well, they feed their goats grain like 3 times a day. Well, I'm not trying to be a smart ass, but literally before we were feeding them grain, they were living in the wild and there was no grain. Okay. So, and they were pretty healthy. Mine aren't bloated. They're perfect weight. They get their medication through their food. When I have to give someone one and not the other, I do put them in a pen and I sit with them while they eat to make sure they get it. They all get dewormed every 2 months. It goes in their food. Any questions you want to ask, please ask me. Um, but yeah, the apples are safe in moderation, very much so moderation. You don't want anything that, you know, I don't know, it's not good for them to have too much of anything. And yes, the pecan trees in that pasture with the goats do get trimmed down because they love the leaves. The leaves are like candy to them. And I do go in there and introducing menus and have this. Okay, we're gonna close that for right now. So you know, so I figured I do a live because people said, "Why haven't you done a live yet?" And a lot of people have asked me about the shop. There are new merchandise coming out all the time. But right here at my feet, while I'm in this little barn or shed, I want we're going to do this live with Ducky. Hi, he's mad because I took him off my feet. So, but he does like to be held. He loves the swimming pool. He actually goes straight for it. Um, he was a gift from my grandchildren. He was raised in the house, so he's doesn't get along with the chickens or the other ducks that I have. And the sad thing about it is he thinks he's human and that this is where he needs to be. So he's in here. He's got protective flooring. He's got a pad. It gets cleaned twice a day. We will open the dog door back up and put a pin on the outside so when he gets a little bigger, he can go out there and enjoy the grass when he wants to go get the grass. But he was at my feet and I picked him up. He's not happy he was sleeping. But yes, Ducky is very happy. He's had his clean. He got his clean up. He swam in the pool this morning. He walks with me when I do the morning chores. If I'm doing the evening chores, he stays right there between my feet. I have to be very careful. He thinks I'm mom. So uh, how to get the name Ducky? Because I had a duck named Ducky and he was white. Well, the sad thing about it is I didn't name him. My daughter named him, and well, it's okay. It's okay. That's all. And so his name. We don't know if it's a male or female. I believe males have the. Well, he still has a lot of his baby feathers, but the males have that little curl up in the back, and that's how you tell. A lot of people does, but I never seen in my whole life a runner duck, and I love them because they are the most beautiful thing when they're going on a pond. Someone asked me a question: will I build a pond for him? I will get a man-made pond, decorated, put a fountain on it, and put it in an area for him as he gets older. But like I said, he loves to be inside. This is heated and it is air conditioned in here. He's absolutely spoiled. Back on the floor, guy. So he's doubled in size since I received him last week. Yeah, 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 yeah. I know. So yeah. So that's pretty much all I have for you today. What was another question? Um, I don't breed pigs. Cooney, Clyde was trying to find him a long term home, and I haven't yet. And my husband and him do not get along. Spot does not, it tolerates him, but Spot is a spoiled little pig. He came to me like this big. And I just wanted the pig to, you have to have, when you have a farm, things got to level out. Pig doesn't necessarily mean bacon, people. So things have to level out, especially when it comes to the ground, natural fertilizing, and everything like that. Clyde is a mixed pot belly. So that's what I was told. And the people will say, look, I know you're buying one of our baby pigs, but we got a Cooney Coon mix and we need to find him a home. He's free and we don't want nothing bad to happen to him. But the pigs we have here are like 3 times the size and they're just mean to him. So I took him. And that's how I got him. He was 8 months old. So he's been here a year. So he's almost 2 right now. I think he's as big as he's going to get. He is still bigger than Spot. And he's on a restricted diet. Now, pigs can really, really maintain a decent size. He was not designed to be meat. Okay. Cooney Coons can be meat after the age of 3 or 4, and people breed them before they do that. Clyde is a stubborn man. He's either loves you or he just doesn't want to deal with you. And he hates it when he doesn't get his way. Like he wants to go back in the pasture with the goats. But the problem is he's bossy. And I've seen him bump and push on them. But when it's just him and Spot, they're happy. They don't do any fighting. They don't do anything. There's no female involved. And yes, they're intact. So yes, I've been trying to find Clyde a new home, but he will be here safe and sound. Nothing will ever happen to him, I promise. Um, but yeah, as I said, you missed it. I had Ducky up here sitting in my lap. He's a wonderful. If you have any questions, please ask. Um, why don't I feed my goats grain all day long? Well, I believe goats should eat their natural food. So I tried to grow here, put wildflowers in their pasture, and just let them eat, eat, eat. They have, apple trees to eat from. I planted some lemon trees and some other trees because it'll be 2 years before I get anything out of them. But it's variety. I also have a separate garden. I grow stuff just for those animals. So you got to remember also, um, yeah, you got to remember they eat. They eat too. Ducky's over there. Oh, he found something. I have to get that because I don't want Ducky to get that. But I'll get Ducky if you want to see him. Yeah, what's that? You can't have that. That's no no. There we go. So, like I said, for anyone who's just joined us, and thank you, that Ducky was raised inside and doesn't like being outside. Of course, this is air conditioning. So now I moved my little office out here so I can spend more time with him. I had an office out here before. And look at that. I know. Dude, that's a camera. So he's quite spoiled. He loves the swimming pool. He likes to be carried around. He follows me and stands between my feet when I'm doing all the chores. So I have to be extra careful when I'm walking. So he does not leave my side while I'm outside. He found something over there. He was checking it out, but I didn't want him to carry it around. Yeah. Yeah, I know. You want to go back down? Yeah. Yeah. Mwah. So I keep everything here. And someone asked me, what was it? My chicken coop. They said they had one during the storms. There's showing me pictures of theirs all twisting up. How did I got it to move? It's next to this barn, so I attached it to this barn. It's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. When with it doesn't even get picked up, and that's the great thing about it. Also, they said, did I solve the snake problem? Yes, I did. There was a nest underneath this barn. And actually, I don't like killing snakes, but that snake was already intertwined in my fence and was cut up pretty bad. And it had eaten several eggs and was just stuck. So it killed me to do it because they have every right to be here. It was a good snake. It eats the things you don't want around your garden. I mean, your garden and your chickens and stuff. So we found out there was a nest of them underneath, and it's having 100-degree days. That's where they went to stay cool. So we got, this is what it is. I'm going to show you all. I keep packages for a reason. Okay. Now, you have dogs, you got to wash them. 3 days, 3 times this bag. I spread it around the whole barn. Believe me, I didn't know if I could. And the chicken coop. 4 or 5 days later, I did it again. And then I did it again. I haven't seen another snake. My birds are laying quite well, actually. I don't think you could see the 2 bowls of eggs that, oh, wait a minute. Yes, you can. I got over there. So, that was the next question. Why don't you put them in the refrigerator? Well, my grandmother never had a refrigerator, and she never put eggs in the refrigerator. And England doesn't do it either. So, but the United States is funny about that. You can't sell them in a store unless they're refrigerated. But if you refrigerate it, you change their lifespan. Now, if you had them on the counter for like 2 or 3 weeks and you're not eating them fast enough, you test them and then you put them in the refrigerator, they'll last a little longer. I water bath most of mine. Like next year, we're going to be doing peeps. So we're going to get a couple incubators, and because there's a lot of eggs here. I do sell my eggs. I have recurring customers every Sunday evening. They come and they pick up their eggs. I let them know that their eggs are ready, and they come by on the farm stand and they come and get them. So I gave him a black towel to curl up in. He's just happy, spoiled. So that's something else someone asked me. Also, they asked me, it's behind the laptop. What I sprinkle very little this, and I do one big feed for their pellets. These pellets are goat or for deworming. I use this. Thank you for the question. I use this. I use very little of it. I do it once a month because you just don't know what parasite may go into the pasture. And when babies are starting to wean from mom to eating grass and stuff, they do get the nasty butt. But that's normal. That is absolutely normal. And somebody also asked me, oh, asked me about this. This is what I put in my soaps. I have very thick hair. I only put this on my hair coconut oil. I put this in my soaps. So yeah, that's it for today, guys. For those who popped in and popped out, thank you for joining me. If you want to see more of me, you want more lives, I will ask me questions and I will give you the answer. Right, Becky? Right. So ta-ta for now, and see you again tomorrow, maybe. Never know. Bye-bye.